Okay, hello YouTube. This is a quick video. I'm still planning on doing my regular weekly video, probably Tuesday or Thursday. And in that I'm going to talk about maybe a little bit more about the conversation cycle with Belle the Happy Loser on naughty words and social stigma, and probably some more on education. I'm kind of feeling that. Also because I feel like my problems with education are sort of rooted in my general disillusionment about, the American dream. And Bella had made some really interesting comments about the worldview of America in the 1980s, and I think she, of course, very accurate on that. But I wanted to expand on that because I have some stuff to say. But I'm going to do that later this week. Actually, I'm gearing up for the Super Bowl, and so I wanted to ask for predictions. I'm curious of you football fans out there on YouTube, who you think is going to win, and do you care? I'm not really a Patriots fan, and I'm not really a Giants fan. I kind of want the Patriots to lose because I'm sick of them, but that doesn't make me a Giants fan. I'm from Cincinnati originally, so I'm a Bengals fan. But well, it teaches patience, if nothing else. I feel like I have a lot of patience. When you cheer for an underdog team, you develop patience. But I also, beside the predictions, at querying for predictions, some people from a previous video, I responded to the Trampled Rose because he was ridiculous enough to subscribe to me. And apparently I'm being accused of picking on a little kid. Somebody accused me of being 40, which not only are they not very articulate and they can't spell, but also they can't read. And that's okay, because I realize that some people, anybody over 20 looks 40, and that's fine. It's probably my habits as well, but that's okay too. But for future reference, before you accuse someone of being 40, not that 40 is bad. I know a lot of really happy 40-year-olds, and amazingly, not all of them are religious. Before you accuse someone of anything or describe someone of being 40 or living in their mother's basement, try reading their fucking profile. Thank you. Also, if and actually I feel like I've arrived, not so much because I have a lot of subscribers, because I don't, but because such intelligent, articulate people have responded to that particular video, to the Trampled Rose, saying that I'm picking on a little kid, that he's not preaching religion, he's preaching God. And interesting that the particular viewer, I don't have that up on my screen, the viewer who responded to me in a text response, refers to God as a little g. So I don't know, are you a religious guy, or are you just feeling like you have to defend somebody who can't defend themselves? And maybe I did, call him an arrogant little prig, and maybe that was out of line, but I don't really think it was. Because mostly what I was criticizing was his technique. If people want to preach, they're certainly entitled to. But what I said was, be real. And nothing about what he's done so far has been real. And that's really all I was critiquing. But that's fine too, because I realize that it's much easier to hurl insults at me when I clearly, am so worth the time. And some other responses. I just want to point this out. See that ring? That's my left hand. That means I'm married. That means I have a girl. I also have 2 cats, and I have a life. Amazingly enough. So let's see, what else? Oh yeah, the question of religion, and it's like always preaching God, not religion. Man, where the fuck do you live? He's preaching God, not religion? Okay, sure. Does that mean that he's going to quote out of the Quran as well? Because that's a God. They have a God. It's not religion as long as it's God. So is he going to quote out of the Quran? Is he going to quote out of the Torah? Because, Jewish tradition looks at God very differently than the Christian tradition does. So I'm just curious. If it's not religion, then what the hell is it? Look forward to answers. I love, the articulate responses. You dickhead loser. You, capital U. Not the word you, but the letter. Nice. And then afterwards, because I think you felt bad about looking like an inarticulate jackass, you write these long responses referring to me to sir. I think, trying to highlight the fact that you're younger than me and that I'm older or something. And then you tell God bless me. Don't do that. Okay? That's just insulting. So yeah, Super Bowl predictions, and as much as I didn't want to talk about religion, I'm going to have to now because I'm just really, really annoyed. Clearly, people have the right to get on YouTube and talk about whatever they want, and I'm all for that. And I won't disable comments or anything because I feel like people have the right to respond in any way they feel like they respond, regardless of how thoughtless and ignorant and inarticulate it happens to be. But don't whine about me picking on some poor little kid. Because clearly he thinks he can handle it, and maybe he can. I mean, I doubt he probably cares as much about it as clearly some of you do. So, yeah. So take that, motherfuckers. It's so nice to be able to have intelligent conversations. And that's really all I'm looking for. Unfortunately, I'm suspecting, based on this experience and the little bit that I've watched Bella have to deal with people and other people that I subscribe to have to deal with people, that intelligent discussion is a rare thing to find. Now there were some people who responded, I think, in intelligent, thoughtful ways, and I want to thank you. There was another guy, I can't even presume it's a guy, another subscriber, another responder. He doesn't subscribe to me. Another responder who is also in higher education, and he's tenured, and he talked about Heart of Darkness. Kudos to you, my friend. First of all, for getting tenure, and your response gives me hope that maybe they still give intelligent, reasonably minded people tenure. I'll be honest, I've been wondering myself if that actually happens anymore. So I know that there are intelligent, thoughtful people out there, and so I look forward